Welcome everyone to the Hack News. I'm DC and today we have the following topics to cover. Facebook goes down and Telegram usage goes up. WinRAR is still under attack by hackers and WordPress vulnerabilities have been found. WhatsApp, Facebook, and Instagram faced a widespread outage 2 weeks ago now, with users from around the world reporting issues with sending messages on WhatsApp and Messenger, posting feeds on Facebook, and accessing other features on the three Facebook-owned platforms. While the outage was quite troubling both for the social media giant and its millions and millions of users, guess who benefits most out of the incident? Yes, it was Telegram. Pavel Durov, the founder of the popular secure messaging platform Telegram, claims to have had a surge in signups within the last 24 hours of Facebook and everything else going down. He said, "I see 3 million new users signed up for Telegram within the last 24 hours. 3 million in 24 hours, that's astonishing. It's good we have true privacy and unlimited space for everyone. Telegram is an excellent alternative to Facebook Messenger and WhatsApp services, offering users an optional end-to-end encrypted messaging feature so that no one, not even Telegram, can access them. Telegram adopted end-to-end encryption support way back in 2013, 3 years before WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger. Telegram has previously faced restrictions and bans in countries like Iran as well as its home country, Russia, after Durov refused to comply with government requests for encryption keys and information on its users. There are popular messaging apps with strong encryption available. One that I use myself is Signal, and I prefer this mainly because it has the disappearing messages feature. I'm not sure if Telegram has that now or not. And also most of my friends and family are already using it. Moving on, various cyber criminal groups and individual hackers are still exploiting a recently patched critical code execution vulnerability in winRAR, a popular Windows file compression application with 500 million users worldwide. Why? Because the winRAR software doesn't have an auto update feature, which unfortunately leaves millions of its users vulnerable to cyber attacks. The critical vulnerability, which was CVE 2018-2025-0, that was patched late last month by the winRAR team with the release of winRAR version 5.70 Beta 1, impacts all prior versions of winRAR released over the past 19 years. For those unaware, the vulnerability is an absolute path traversal bug that resides in the old third-party library unacev2.dll. I don't expect anyone to actually know anything about this, but the news is here anyway. Which allows attackers to extract a compressed executable file from the ACE archive to one of the Windows startup folders, where the malicious file would automatically run on the next reboot. Crazy. Therefore, to successfully exploit this vulnerability and take full control over the targeted computers, all an attacker needs to do is just convince users into opening a maliciously crafted compressed archive file using winRAR. So basically a bugged zip file, or RAR. Immediately after the details of the proof of concept exploit code went public, malicious attackers started exploiting the vulnerability in a malspam email campaign to install malware on users' computers running the vulnerable version of the software. So people are pretty quick to get on the attack on these things, apparently. Now, security research from McAfee reported that they identified more than 100 unique exploits and counting in the first week since the vulnerability was publicly disclosed, with most of the initial targets residing in the United States. Not surprised. One recent campaign spotted by the researchers piggybacks on a bootleg copy of Ariana Grande's hit album, which is currently being detected as malware by only 11 security products. whereas 53 antivirus products fail to alert their users at the time of writing. So if you want to avoid this virus, just don't download any RAR files, especially any Ariana Grande's hit album. Moving on, next story. If for some reason your WordPress-based website has not yet been automatically updated, you better do it quickly, because it's there's a vulnerability that's been disclosed that is going to allow people to hack your website. Simon Scannell, a researcher at RIPS Technologies, who recently reported multiple critical vulnerabilities in WordPress, has once again discovered a new flaw in the content management software, or CMS, that could potentially lead to remote code execution attacks. The flaw stems from a cross-site request forgery, or CSRF, issues in the WordPress's comment section, one of its core components that comes enabled by default and affects all WordPress installations prior to version 5.1.1. So check your version if you are running WordPress. Unlike most of the previous attacks documented against WordPress, this new exploit allows even an unauthenticated remote attacker to compromise and gain remote code execution on the vulnerable WordPress websites. The exploit demonstrated by Scannell relies on multiple issues, which include WordPress doesn't use CSRF validation when a user posts a new comment. Comments posted by an administrator account are not sanitized, and WordPress frontend is not protected by the X-Frame options header, which allows attackers to open targeted WordPress site in a hidden iframe from attacker control website. It's a very similar exploit to the one that I mentioned the other day on Facebook with its iframe headings. But anyway, moving on. By combining all of these issues, an attacker can silently inject a stored XSS payload into the target website just by tricking a logged-on administrator into visiting a malicious website containing the exploit code. Since WordPress automatically installs security updates by default, you should already be running the latest version though, so don't stress. However, if you don't have version 5.1.1 or higher, you should probably update it immediately. That's all I have time for today with the Hacker News. If you enjoy the Hacker News, don't forget to subscribe, throw a like, comment if you want on any of these videos. And don't forget to watch some of my CTF series, which seems to be by far the most popular series I've done so far, which is How to Hack. I'm DC, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.